All right, so the first type of profile that's successful on Tinder is the classy one. Look at his first photo, and it's him wearing the shades. He's dressed well. He's got a nice dress shirt. Clearly, when you look at this photo, you're like, damn, this dude's fucking classy. Next photo, he's got the suit photo on. Also good look. Third photo, again, he's not dressed super duper nice in it, but again, when you look at this, he's dressed well. It looks like he's well put together, right? It's kind of the classy look. Doesn't mean you always have to be wearing suits. Fourth photo, again, he's dressed well. He's traveling. He's well put together, right? That's very important as well. Fifth photo is him on a motorcycle. It's a little bit more of a bad boy look, right? But again, none of these are going to be purely one thing. The best type of profile is when you combine different elements of the profiles you're going to see in this video. And then we have another one. Again, he's dressed well, he's groomed well, everything is on point. Now let's take a look at another example. This is a guy that was notorious in the mastermind group. He was banging basically some of the hottest girls on Instagram and Bumble, and now he's happily married. Anyway, let's take a look at his photos. So first photo, again, he's not wearing a suit, but he's dressed well, he looks good, he's well put together, right? Very trendy. Second photo, same thing, very stylish. Third photo, same thing. Fourth photo, same thing. Fifth photo, he's got the jacket on. And a big part of being in the classic category is that you're dressed really well. You're stylish, you're trendy, right? Doesn't mean you have to be wearing a suit, but you also can't be walking around in a tank top, right? So now we have the classic category. Now let's take a look at a different category, which is basically almost the polar opposite. The second one is the sportsy category. Take a look at this guy. He was also pretty notorious in the mastermind for a while. So here we have basically the first photo is just him on the rooftop with his shirt off. Second photo is him, dribbling a basketball. Third photo is him lifting weights. And fourth photo, I guess, is the view from the city. Now, this is not the best profile ever, right? But this guy used to get pretty good results around 2018 when he was in the Playing with Fire group, right? But again, also in order to be in this category, you have to be in good shape. You can't be in the sportsy category if you're 30 pounds overweight or if you're looking like a skinny nerd weakling. Now, let's take a look at another example. So this guy is less of a Chad, obviously. So the first photo is him just kind of chilling there. But again, you can see his body. Even though this is not the best photo, it's a good example of what a sportsy look looks like. Second photo is much better. This is the one that definitely I would use first if I was his coach or if I was him. He's got a shirt off, he's got a six-pack, he's in the water, looks natural, looks good. Third photo is him just eating food. Okay, probably wouldn't use this one. Fourth photo is another good example, him doing some kind of crazy workout. Fifth photo is him just kind of out and about, I guess doing some photography. Sixth photo is also him in the pool, right? And seventh one is him in the suit. So this is elements mostly sportsy with elements of classy, I guess, in the last photo. Now let's take a look at one that I think is an even better example. We can see some more full-length photos. So take a look at this one. So this one is he's just chilling by the pool, right? But again, he's wearing a tank top. He's showing off his muscle. Second photo is him doing some, I guess, race car shit, which again, because he's wearing a tank top, it looks like some sportsy shit. Third one is him playing pool. Okay, this one doesn't really do much for this category. Fourth one is him driving a car, but again, he's showing off his muscles. Fifth one is him at the gym, and that's basically a good example of sportsy profile. Now, you don't want to overdo it on gym photos if you're in this category. I think this guy, the last guy, has a really good balance of it, where he's showing off his muscles, right? But only one or two of the photos is him working out. The other ones, he's just doing some activity where it just so happens that, he has his arms out and he looks pretty good, right? No homo. Now, let's take a look at the next category, which is the adventurous category. So this category you can be relatively out of shape for, although that's never ideal for Tinder. So this guy is a really good example. He was also notorious in the mastermind for meeting a lot of girls. Totally different look. So first photo, he kind of has this James Bond-esque, more nerdy type of look. Second photo is him kind of in a cool location. Third photo is him flying a plane. So this is a much better example of the adventure thing that I'm talking about. Fourth one is him basically DJing. You can see people in the background, also very much adventurous. Fifth photo is him basically on a boat, and sixth photo is him traveling. So I really think the second photo, but more so the third, fourth, and fifth photo really capture the adventurous category. Now let's take a look at another example. So this guy is also pretty active in the mastermind. First photo is just him chilling outside with the headphones. Okay, this one's just more of just a good headshot. The second one is again him basically chilling with a hat on. Okay, this one's okay, but then we get into the adventure photos. And like I said, with each one of these categories, you don't want to have just all adventure photos, all sportsy photos, all suit photos. It should be a nice little balance, as you see with these guys. So here's him doing some zip lining. Here's him basically chilling out in the desert with a cool background. Here's him in the pool. Now this is probably his best photo, honestly. I think this is the one he should use as the main one or the second one. And here's him in the desert. So this is a really good example what an adventurous profile looks like. Now let's take a look at someone we all know. Austin Summers, right? And I think his profile perfectly captures what an adventurous profile should look like. So let's take a look. The first photos we have here is just him basically hiking, right? Very adventurous. Second photo is him, you know, traveling somewhere, right? Doing some sightseeing. Third photo is him in a plane. That's a perfect example of adventurous. Fourth photo is him riding a camel. Also pretty adventurous. Fifth photo is him doing some crazy hiking. I think it was actually in Petra where I was, but I'm not sure. And then that's basically it. So we go back to the original one. We can also see that he has a few more other photos in there, like him playing Frisbee. But all this is a pretty good example of, I would say, mostly adventurous with a little bit of classy in that second photo and maybe a tiny amount of sportsy. But mainly this is what an adventurous profile looks like, and also does quite well on dating apps. All right, now let's move on to the next category. This is the artsy category. We couldn't actually find too many examples for this because there's not actually a lot of guys that can pull off the artsy look. So we have this guy, right? And he's someone who's done fairly well as well. The first photo is him on a motorcycle. Now, I wouldn't say this is an artsy photo. This is more of a bad boy photo, right? But let's get to it. The second photo, it's kind of got this artsy look. It's got a cool backdrop. I would say this one's in the category. Third one, not so much, just him with a dog. But then we have him with a kind of like a cool background. Looks like he's doing something that's, you know, creative. And this is really the photo that gets the artsy look across. It's him singing, right? Something like that. And then here chilling. Now, I would say this profile is maybe 40-50% artsy. You know, if he had some art in the background or something along the lines of that. But it's basically, it gives off this like, I'm a creative person look, this musician, you know, type of look, which again is an example of the artsy profile. But this one's going to be probably the most rare out of the bunch. Now, let's get into my favorite, which is the fuckboy profile. This is the one that I personally fall into. So this guy's going to be a crossover between the adventurous profile and the fuckboy profile, but I put him in this category. So this dude is obviously pretty fucking jacked, and he's, for some reason, putting water in his pool with his shirt off, right? Again, which seems to be just like a excuse that he came up with to show off his body on Tinder. But anyway, so yeah, you can see that kind of fuckboyish, you know, anytime you have a shirt off, yeah, it's fuckboy. Second one is him on a boat. This is more of the adventurous look. Third one is him chilling in a pool, semi-fuckboy, semi-adventurous. This one is definitely more on the adventurous side because he's someone really cool, nature type of area with the shirt off always. This guy just literally doesn't own a shirt, I suppose, or he just always prefers to keep it off. And this one is like a little bit of a crossover because he's clearly traveling somewhere, right? But once again, he has his shirt off. Like literally, it seems like every single profile, every single photo with the exception of the boat one, he has his shirt off. And yeah, I think this is a nice little crossover example between what an adventurous profile looks like and a fuckboy one if you combine those two and they have a baby. Now, saving the best for last, let's take a look at my profile. So I wouldn't say this 100% fuckboy because that would be complete overkill. My first photo is actually pretty straightforward, just a solid semi-headshot of me. I look good. There's nothing fuckboy about this, but here's where things get good. We got the typical douchey mirror selfie. Now, I wouldn't say this is sportsy because I'm not doing some kind of activity. I'm literally just with my shirt off in front of a mirror. Now, there's a big stigma around these kinds of photos, but if you're in good shape, these can work really, really well. They do screen pretty aggressively, so I wouldn't make it your main photo, but a lot of girls will see this photo and they'll be like, yeah, I'm kind of horny tonight. Let me match with this guy and see what's up, right? This photo has worked really well. Third one is also extra fuckboy. I'm basically standing on my balcony, have a grin on my face, and I'm holding handcuffs. I kind of oscillate between using this one and not using this one, depending on how hard I want to screen during the time period that I'm using Tinder. The fourth one is not fuckboy at all. It's just literally me barbecuing, right? So this is very much of an adventurous one. The fifth one is more of the classy one. I'm just pouring some wine, and this was actually literally taken by my mom. So you can get good photos on iPhone taken by a non-professional photographer. Although doing a pro photo shoot with a good photographer can definitely have its benefits. So the best profile isn't going to be one that's 100% one thing. It's going to be a combination of all these things. And what really makes this profile work is the photo of Rhaegar, right? So basically when the girl sees my second and third photo, they're like, oh, this guy's like a douchey fuckboy, but I'm kind of curious, but I don't know if he's gonna be too much of a douchebag. And then they see a photo of Rhaegar and they're like, oh, he has a dog. The dog is so cute. Okay, I'll give him a chance. And bam, that's when I got them. All right, hope you guys found this video valuable. If you're enjoying this type of content, all we ask is that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video with a few friends because that really helps in the algorithm and doesn't cost you anything. And if you want to get better at Tinder overall, make sure you check out our free Tinder ebook. In there will show you things like openers, text game, what to do when the girl's giving you objections, what to do on a date, and best of all, it's 100% free. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.